Hi everybody and welcome to the Open eCrime midweek market commentary for the 13th of March. My name's Simon Clark from Trade with Precision and I'll be discussing the markets that are hot or of key interest right now. Now the first market I'm going to take a look at here is the dollar market. Now I spoke about the dollar market last week, but I just want to give an update on that market and also give you an update on the targets that I'm looking for now. So if we take a quick look at the analysis and take a look at the monthly chart, we can see that the monthly chart, the major trend has been in a downtrend for some time, and most recently, we've now sort of formed just a slightly higher high there. Now from this low here, we've now made a very decisive move to the high side, and we've certainly taken out these previous lows, these minor lows just here in this monthly chart. Last month was a very bullish month, and this month we're now sort of pushing up above last month's highs. Got some nice convergence here on the indicators, so monthly chart looking rather bullish. If we come down to the weekly chart, we can see within the weekly chart there are a number of support and resistance levels that price has tested numerous times. And if we scrolled out and looked at the bigger picture, you can see that these levels, these big round numbers, have been tested numerous times, and they tend to be around these numbers. So like we got the 79,000, 80,000, 81, 82, 83 and also 84 up here. Now what we've got at the moment is that prices, you can see for the past few weeks, been very bullish to the upside. We've taken out the previous sort of lower high here, and we've also broken this 82,000 level and then moved right the way up to this 83,000 level. And last week we tested this 83,000 level. This week so far we're just right underneath it, and small little candle right underneath that area, and the next sort of target that I'm looking for is up here, or next sort of support and resistance level that I see on this market is up here around the 84,000 level. Indicators looking very nice and converging to the high side. Taking a look down at the daily chart here, you can see that last week what I was looking for is I was looking for price to be pulling back into the buy zone above this 82,000 level and looking for buying opportunities utilizing the trend flow strategy on the lower time frames. In fact, what happened was we never even got a break below this 10 period moving average. The price just came back, tested this 10 period moving average, and then pushed right the way up to the next support and resistance level, this 83,000 level. So it's looking very strong. Since then we've had prices sort of tested this 83,000 level a couple of times, and now it's just sort of rolled back over and retested the 10 period moving average, and today's candle is looking very bullish. So it's come back, retested the 10 period moving average, and then the market's rejected those lower prices and it's pushing it to the high side. Now when we come down to the lower time frames, like the 480 chart here, you can just see how the trend flow strategy has worked numerous times in the past. So we've had small bullish candles in the buy zone, prices pushed up to the high side, small bullish candles in the buy zone, nice trading opportunities, and you can see this happening a number of times. Now if we look a little bit more closely, we've got a small bullish green candle right in the buy zone at the moment, and it's looking rather nice, but we have got a little bit of divergence, just a little bit of divergence coming in here on this sort of 480 chart. So what I'm quite keen about doing with this is just waiting to see if we can get a decisive break above this 83,000 level, then looking for trend flow trading opportunities on these lower time frames. And I say the next sort of target that I'm looking for on this market is to trade this up to around the 94,000 level. Okay, the next market I'm taking a look at here is dollar yen. Now the dollar yen, or the yen crosses, have been weakening for some time now, and if we take a look here at the monthly chart, you can see that for the past the past sort of 5-6 months, this market has been absolutely sort of, the dollar yen has been rallying to the high side, and this has been when the yen has been weakening. So we've got a very strong price bullish action to the high side here, lovely convergence here on the indicators too, which is looking very nice. And if we start to come down the time frames, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Here on the weekly chart, we can see this price action, and we can see how strong it is as well. Price hasn't even managed to come back and test the into the buy zone for quite some time. We've got lovely nice fanning moving averages with lovely geometry between them, and lovely strong convergence on the indicators too. Now, most recently, the price has sort of stalled, or it's had a little rest. It's traded sideways for a couple of weeks, and a couple of weeks ago, we've now retested this 10-period moving average. The price pulled back, tested the buy zone, and then the market rejected this lower move, and last week we broke up through the high of that previous candle, and made new highs. So at the moment we're just sitting above this key level of 95,000, small little candle right up there at the highs, below a level here of sort of price support and resistance. So this is looking rather interesting to me. And if we come down to the daily chart here, you can start to see this recent bit of price action a bit more clearly. So you can see how price has come up, and we've just underneath this 95,000 level. We've sort of found, tested this area a couple of times, had a bit of a pullback, and now pushed out and made new highs. Now I've marked in a couple of levels there. I've marked in the 95,000 level, and also the highs of we have here on the daily chart, which is a 94 or about 94.46, that sort of area. So I've got a zone there that I'm looking at. Now that zone happens to be above these prior highs that have been tested a couple of times, so a level of support there. It also happens to be right in that buy zone there, so it's just in that sort of 10-20 period moving average, that buy zone, and price is just starting to roll back towards that level at the moment. So what I'm looking for is, if price can pull back to this area, we can get a nice sort of small green bullish candle, maybe a trend flow trading opportunity, maybe on the daily or on the lower time frames, and looking for trend flow trades to the high side. So if we come down to the 480 chart, you can just see it more recently that price has pulled back into the buy zone here on the 480 chart, and we've got a small green bullish candle right in the buy zone. Lovely convergence here on the indicators. Now this is a 480 chart, so it's an 8-hour chart, and this candle's going to take a few more hours before this candle closes. But I'm just waiting to see if if we get this sort of turnaround here, or whether we get a bit further of a pullback that we have here on the for the daily, and looking for trend flow trading opportunities to the high side. Okay, the last market I'm going to take a look at here is a little bit different. This is a commodity. This is soybean meal. And if we take a look here on the monthly chart, we can see that soybeans have been pretty much, or soybean meal I should say, has been pretty much in a nice uptrend for some time. Had a little bit of a pullback here, but then as prices sort of come back into the sort of buy zone, we've had some very nice trading opportunities. And this market really does tend to move when it moves. Most recently we've powered away from the moving averages, pulled back in, and now we've had a couple of months where we've actually sitting nice small green bullish candles right in the buy zone there. We've got lovely convergence here on the indicators down here, and also nice geometry on the moving averages. When we come down to the weekly chart here, you can see that as prices sort of rolled over and it's pulled back, and we've tested this level and formed a level of support and resistance. So this is 441 level. We come back, we've tested this level here once, we've now broken underneath it, come back up, broken through it, but the market's rejected it immediately, come back under, and now we've had numerous tests just recently underneath this 441 level, and at the same time we've got a clear series of lower highs in price, and the moving averages starting to roll round as well, and we've also got some nice convergence on the indicators too. So coming down to the daily chart here, you can just see this bit of price action a bit more clearly. You can see how this 441 level, how price has been respecting this level. It's tried to break through it a couple of times, as you can see here, but hasn't quite made it. And here on the daily chart, we've now got all the moving averages fanning very, very nicely right underneath price, and we've got nice small green candles right underneath this level. We've got lovely convergence here on the indicators too. So what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for this level to break, and then looking at getting into a trend flow trading opportunity, or looking for trend flow trading opportunities on the sort of daily chart, or maybe on the sort of 480 chart, and looking for trading opportunities to the high side. Because as you can see on these higher time frames, once this market moves, it can really move in quite a long way. So down here on the 480 chart, just again you can start to see the lower highs that price is making within this sort of current context of this trend. Price is flat at the moment, so's the indicators, and we've got some nice small candles right underneath this area. So I'm waiting for this area to be broken, then looking at trend flow trading opportunities on sort of like maybe these lower time frames, but looking with trading with the bigger picture of these higher time frames too. Okay, so that concludes the midweek market outlook and potential trading opportunities to look out for. I'd like to thank you for watching the Open eCry midweek market commentary and look forward to speaking to you next week. Bye for now.